Guys, this is Jessica Neary, you're watching Airlim.
Today I wanted to talk about the Pink Ranger and her comic book series. I talked about it previously, that I was quite excited about it, but I found out some information on what the story is, and I was almost right. I kind of really wanted it to be a holiday, but it's actually quite interesting. The story is set after she has left the team, so when she's given a power coin to Kat, and it's kind of interesting because how is she going to use her powers? Now, the story's quite simple. Kimberly's retired, but Zordon calls her back for one last mission, and he asks her to go and defend a small town or city because there's an ancient evil that has just kind of erupted. I quite like the idea because this is just her on her own, and you kind of think of why she's not asked the other Rangers or other Rangers to come from like the Alien Rangers or anything like that, but she, it's her first mission after she's retired. So it's very interesting because has she got her own new power coin? Is this something different? Is he going to give her something that is completely different to what it normally is? Now, it also mentions that she has to make her own costume or something, but I kind of think that's just something else. So I don't know, because when I took a picture of the screenshot of the image, I kind of didn't fold it out flat, and I'm kind of like, oh, on that one. So literally you can just see it's like the ancient evil, and it's got the name, and then it's got it says like she has to make her own. And you're like, is it her own outfit? Is it something completely different? It's Zordon literally saying, Kimberly, you have to kind of make your own power coin. You have to make your own suit. We'll give you the powers. You can have your powers. Is she gonna have the Firebird? Is she gonna have something different? Zord wise, does she get a new Zord? Is there gonna be any giant monsters or anything like that? Now, we know it's a short series that's coming out and it's testing the waters, but I really like the idea of Kimberly having her own spin-off series, and effectively what happened like maybe back in the Wild West, where you had a group of rangers that stayed around there back then, and oh, this is gonna be really cool. I've got very high expectations. They're going to do something like, I think, 4 or 5 different variant arts. I love variant arts, but the way that they're going, there was way too many back in the, for issue 1. I've got quite a few arriving soon. My favourite one out of the entire lot is the one where Kimberly hasn't got a helmet on and she's firing a powerbow. Now, there's going to be 4 that are in the preview. Now, there could be multiple ones to start this issue off. There could be loads, but we'll talk about that much later on. Now, the 6th issue arc is going to be a different one. I now want to know if all the Rangers are going to be getting their spin-off series later on. Could we see what happens to Jason when he goes off to the Peace Conference? Maybe we can have the Peace Conference. I would love to have the Peace. What happens at the Peace Conference? They have their powers still, so they can still do things. So it's very interesting to see how this is going to evolve. Will it sell really well? Will it not? This is a kind of maybe a big step for Boom to kind of like make this little city or town where she goes to. I kind of think of like Alan Wake or Twin Peaks or something, where it's just there's hardly anyone in, but there's enough evil that evil's like, oh, I'm not going to go for the main cities, I'm going to go for the small cities, or towns, and that's what I kind of think would be cool. So I would love to see some references of jokes from other TV series, effectively, if they go down to that one, like, oh my god, this is just like Twin Peaks or something, oh, the coffee must be good, or anything like that. I think that would be really cool. So Rangers, your question today is, what do you think about this? Are you excited for the story arc? Does the story, the kind of what I've explained, kind of like make you really want to read it? Are you going to collect it? Let me know down below in the comments. If you've liked this video, like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. Check out Yada Games, all that lovely goodness, and as always, Rangers, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a bit.